Imagine me telling you a story and I stop halfway. Not good, is it? Same when it comes to your eyes. Imagine only seeing half the picture. So an Optomap scan is non-invasive, it's very quick, takes seconds to do, and it gives you this panoramic view of the entire retina, not only the central part, but the peripheral part of your retina. Traditionally, you go for an eye examination. As you're aware, the optometrist gets very close to you with a handheld ophthalmoscope and he has a look at the back of your eyes. But with the handheld ophthalmoscope, you only get 10% view at a time of the retina. Then you use a slit lamp with a 90 diopter lens. You get a longer view, but still, it's not the whole picture. Technology moves on. We have a camera, a fundus camera that takes a picture of the eye, but that only gives you about 45% of the retina. Now the Optomap scan, that's what it does. It gives you the central part, but more importantly, the peripheral part of your retina. And that's where things can go wrong. Nobody likes to put drops in the eyes. I mean, you got to put the drops, you get very photophobic. Sometimes the drops can last more than a day. Your accommodation is affected. You cannot drive, you got to arrange transport to come in. But this quick, easy, and gives you the picture that you need. They're going to help detect not only eye conditions, but certain systemic conditions we could detect. For example, diabetic retinopathy, high cholesterol. A little cholesterol crystal will block a vessel and we'll be able to detect that. Hypertension, we could pick that up. But when it comes to systemic problems, we can also pick up melanomas, tumors, and those happen right at the peripheral part of the retina. As they say, the eyes are the windows to your world. And with that, we could pick up lots of systemic problems that happen at the back of your eyes before you even know it's happening to you. For example, diabetic retinopathy, we could pick that up, send you for a blood test, and they could diagnose it. Hypertension, we see little tiny hemorrhaging at the back, and with that, obviously, the GP could follow up. Cholesterol, there's other conditions like tumors. You could pick it up at the back of the eyes, and these things happen more in the peripheral part of the retina. So all of these conditions can be detected sooner rather than later just by having this simple Optomap scan. It all depends on what the optometrist is using. If they use an ophthalmoscope, as I mentioned, they only get 10% view of the retina. If they're taking a photograph, it's only 30%, but with this, we see the entire retina, up to 80%. And we can detect things at the back. For example, a simple condition like posterior vitreal detachment, if we didn't fix it up, could lead to a sight-threatening condition called retinal detachment. Who benefits? Everyone. Everyone benefits, even children. With children, there's other conditions we can pick up as well. I mean, it's a very common one. Retinoblastoma is actually cancer at the back of the eyes. So everyone will benefit from having this simple Optomap scan. Well, if the optometrist has the equipment, 100% they need to do the Optomap scan. It gives you this wide-angle view. And as I said earlier, you don't want a half story. You want to see the full picture. You want to save your vision if there's a problem. And this will detect it and pick it up sooner rather than later.